Hello, English learners. My name is Sarah, a native speaker from the US and an English teacher. You keep asking for it, so here it is, more shadowing practice. Shadowing is a really useful tool for working on your pronunciation and sounding more natural in English. Essentially, it means repeating after native speakers, or someone you want to sound like, in terms of inflection, rhythm, and pronunciation. By doing this, you create good habits for your own English speaking.
Let's jump right in. First, I'll give you plenty of time to repeat after me after each phrase in this short story. Then, I'll invite you to shadow a section of the story after me. At the end of the video, we'll say the entire story together. What's the difference between repeating and shadowing? Repeating after me means I say it, then you repeat on your own. Shadowing means you say it with me at the same time. So first, you'll practice by repeating after me. Then you'll try shadowing, saying it with me simultaneously to match my tone, inflection, rhythm, and pronunciation. This reinforces everything to help you sound more natural. Let's begin with the first section. Repeat after me. Yesterday morning. Yesterday morning. I was running late for work. I was running late for work. I grabbed my bag. I grabbed my bag. Locked the door. Locked the door. And rushed to the station. And rushed to the station. Before we shadow this section together, I want to point out the different pronunciations of the ED ending. We have 3 verbs with the ED ending here: grabbed, locked, and rushed. There are 3 different pronunciations of the ED ending, but here we have 2 of them. The third pronunciation comes later in the story, so don't worry, I'll point that out to you. Between these 3 verbs, we either pronounce the ED ending as a D or a T. Grabbed, that's the D ending. Locked, that one has the T ending. Can you guess which one rushed has? Rushed. Say it yourself. Rushed. Is it D or T? Can you hear it? If you said T, you're correct. In very rapid speech, you may not be able to tell the difference between the D and the T. That's okay, as long as you know which one it is. Let's take the D ending in grabbed, because you know you're saying a D. You have the intention of saying the D, and you're thinking D when you speak. But you don't need to overpronounce this. You don't need to say, I grabbed my bag. No one speaks like that, right? Instead, say, I grabbed my bag. It's so subtle that it could even sound like I grab my bag. But we need to at least think of the D and have the intention of pronouncing it, so it doesn't sound like we're speaking in the present tense. I grab my bag is present. We need to be in the past tense because this story takes place in the past. I grabbed my bag is past. As long as you're thinking of that D sound as you speak quickly, it will come across as grabbed. Now for the T sound with the ED ending. Locked the door. Again, think T. Make sure you're not saying locked the door. That's incorrect. Say locked. As long as you have the intention of the T sound, it will come across clearly. Now for rushed. Rushed to the station. Again, think T, because we know it has the T ending. Rushed to the station. It may sound like rushed to the station to you, but I'm saying rushed, and it will come across as past tense because my intention is to have that T ending. This might be a different way of thinking about pronunciation than you're used to. It's easy for me to say, pronounce the D and T clearly. Grabbed, locked, rushed. But if you really want to sound natural and develop a native-sounding accent, this is a great approach. Okay, now let's shadow this whole section together. Say it with me. Yesterday morning, I was running late for work. I grabbed my bag, locked the door, and rushed to the station. Now let's continue. Repeat after me. When I got there, I saw the train doors were about to close. I saw the train doors were about to close. I sprinted toward them. I sprinted toward them. But the doors shut right in front of me. But the doors shut right in front of me. Before we shadow, let's go over a couple of pronunciation points. The S sound at the end of close should be a Z, a voiced sound, not an unvoiced S. Unvoiced S is S. I can't hum on it. Voiced Z is Z. I can hum on it. So this word has a voiced ending. Close. In rapid speech, we'd say, I saw the train doors were about to close. And here we have another ED ending. This is the third pronunciation of ED. Sprinted. This ending is not a D or a T sound. It's pronounced as ed, like a short I sound plus a D. Sprinted. You can think of it as a short I sound plus a D or a schwa sound plus D. I sprinted toward them. The word toward can be tricky. In American English, most people pronounce this as one syllable, toward. It's almost like the first O doesn't exist. It sounds like twa at the beginning. Toward. Some people pronounce it as toward, which is more common in British English. If you say it that way in American English, it wouldn't be too strange, but if you're aiming for an American accent, go with toward. Now, for the phrase in front of me, instead of pronouncing each word individually, in rapid speech, we squish these sounds together. We drop the T at the end of front and drop the V sound at the end of. In front of me. Or more naturally, in front of me.
Let's shadow this whole section together. Say it with me. When I got there, I saw the train doors were about to close. I sprinted toward them, but the doors shut right in front of me. Repeat after me. I thought, great, now I gotta wait another 10 minutes. Great, now I gotta wait another 10 minutes. Let's practice thought one more time. It's tricky. Thought. We have the unvoiced TH at the beginning. Think of it as blowing air between your teeth with your tongue. In American English, when you see a T at the end of a word, we often stop that T or drop the sound. So it's thought with a stopped T. Got to becomes gotta. It sounds like a D when we say it quickly. Gotta. Also, wait another. The T at the end of wait becomes a stopped T and blends with the next word because it starts with a vowel. Wait another.
I thought, great, now I gotta wait another 10 minutes. Repeat after me. That's when I realized. That's when I realized. I'd left my phone at home anyway. I'd left my phone at home anyway. I guess missing that train wasn't such a bad thing after all. Wasn't such a bad thing after all. The silver lining was that I had time to go back home. Grab my phone, and let my boss know I'd be late. Realized. Which ending does it have? If you said D, you're correct. Realized. In rapid speech, realized. In the last sentence, we have a list separated by commas. Let me point out the inflection pattern. When you have a list like this, before each comma, the inflection stays raised, and you lower your inflection only at the end of the sentence. This makes it clear that you're listing things. Listen to my inflection. The silver lining was that I had time to go back home, grab my phone, and let my boss know I'd be late. Go back home, inflection went up. Grab my phone, inflection went up again. I'd be late. Inflection goes down. If you're ever listing things separated by commas, remember this rule. It will make your meaning much clearer. Mastering inflection,
Not just stress on individual words, but the overall stress and inflection throughout a sentence is even more important than getting the accent perfectly correct. Even if your goal is not to sound exactly like a native speaker, you want to be understood. You want to communicate effectively. Getting the inflection and stress right in individual words and entire sentences is essential for clear communication.
Let's shadow this whole section together. That's when I realized I'd left my phone at home anyway. I guess missing that train wasn't such a bad thing after all. The silver lining was that I had time to go back home, grab my phone, and let my boss know I'd be late. Awesome work so far. Now let's say the entire story together. I'll read through it and you shadow me. Yesterday morning, I was running late for work. I grabbed my bag, locked the door, and rushed to the station. When I got there, I saw the train doors were about to close. I sprinted toward them, but the doors shut right in front of me. I thought, great, now I gotta wait another 10 minutes. That's when I realized I'd left my phone at home anyway. I guess missing that train wasn't such a bad thing after all. The silver lining was that I had time to go back home, grab my phone, and let my boss know I'd be late.
Thank you so much for sticking around to the end of this video. I hope you found this shadowing practice useful. I'll continue to put out more shadowing videos because you guys request them so much. Check out my shadowing playlist, which I'm building all the time. More shadowing videos are definitely on the way. Let me know in the comments what you'd like me to focus on next. Maybe there's a specific word or group of words you struggle with in terms of pronunciation or when speaking very quickly. Maybe it's inflection or tone. Or maybe you want me to add more idioms or phrasal verbs in a shadowing practice. I can cover those too. We can kill two birds with one stone and learn new vocabulary while shadowing.
Let me know what you want to see next, especially my members. You get priority replies in the comment section. If you're interested in joining my channel as a member, click the join button below for more information. I'm so grateful for your support. Happy shadowing, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.